Hello YouTube, it's Keith, Kevin, Ken. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Guess what? It's Friday. I know. When I was younger, growing up, it was like, hey, don't be just waiting for the weekend. Don't be working for the weekend. As I get older, I'm happy that I'm still living towards the weekend. And you know what? I am happier. That's the big transition I'm still in the middle of trying to make, and that is working for life, not living to work. I did that all my life, so now we're trying to switch it up. And you guys are part of it because part of the life part is carrying stuff and keeping my pockets full and not just throwing things in my pocket. And because of you guys, I get a chance to talk about it. So let's talk about it. This right here that you see is what I'm throwing into my pockets. I always do this right before I run off to work late. I always say running off to work late, and it's true. And someone said, hey, if I'd go to work that late all the time, I'd get fired. Well, one thing is a lot of what I do, I'm in a glass enclosed office. My staff is all around me. I have a real open door policy, people in and out. So when I have to do budgets, evaluations, planning, whatever, I do it at home and go in. But you are correct. I do go late a lot. Of course, as you guys know, I don't do a daily vlog where I go, hey, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Just getting home at 7:30. So it all balances out. This by no means is a social vlog. This is about having fun with knives. But one reason I wanted to do a YouTube channel is to let everyone know that it's not just one type of person that loves knives. It's not just one type of person that loves pocket dumps. I do that at work and elsewhere. I'm talking and people talk about guns, for, against, and they expect certain people. And I go, hey, my family grew up with guns and knives and a lot of full pockets worth of stuff. And they go, huh? And so anyway, if anything, that's what this is about. So let's talk about filling up the pockets. I hope I answered the question. I say late because it's funny and it's true. But I also come home late. And no, I'm not going to tell you what I do for a living. One reason I do that too, I know I'm talking a lot, but it's Friday. It's a good day. And since we do this every day, bit by bit, I'll give you a little. A lot of people ask, what do you do? What do you do? I don't mention what I do. And the reason I don't mention what I do it in vague ways, is like most businesses these days, there is a social media policy, and it's very good. People want you on social media, but I don't want to mix personal work and personal. I did that all my life, and if I did less of it, I'd probably, have my grandkids close to me and still be married. So I'm making that transition. I respect the question. Please respect the answer, and let's have some fun. And keep the comments coming, man. I loved all the comments, by the way. When I talk like that, it's not, I'm happy to share with you. You guys are sharing, giving me so much of your time. You need to know who the fat guy is behind the camera every now and then. This is my brown Rolex. Every time I mention it out loud, I always go, I've told the story before and a lot of people know it. I have a black Rolex that I love, and I have this brown one. No, that's not a Rolex band. And no, that's not Rolex hardware. My kids, when they were younger, snuck out with my wife, grabbed my watch, this watch, and went and got a new band for it. Yeah, I figure, what you guys figure, $15 band? Yeah, and the watch shop got a new Rolex band and hardware. Anyway, I obviously can change it over, but it has sentimental value. And as I get older, the sentimental stuff means a lot. And the kids still, they're grown with kids. I have 5 grandsons, and they still get a kick out of me wearing that watch with that band. Can you believe it? Anyway, the cigar today, oh, it's Friday. They start getting bigger as I get closer to the weekend, right? This is a Hoya de Monterey. Of course, it's a Cuban cigar, man. I've been on this Cuban romp. I keep telling you guys I'm going to get other cigars. But you know what? Every time I finish smoking that Cuban cigar, I'm like, yeah, at some point. Oh, man, I've got to do the blue scotch. It's blue. They're not a sponsor, but it's blue. And I love it. My Shone pen, this is the brass Shone pen. You guys know this. I talk about it all the time as if that's an ad. It's not. Just stuff I like. Simple. I have discovered the simpler you make things, the more complicated people think it really is. Like it's some conspiracy. Trust me, I don't have time for conspiracies. I'm not above making conspiracies. I just need to have some kind of payback for it. There has to be a reason. And right now, there's no reason to fool you guys. Trust me. The coin is a U.S. Silver Eagle. This one is from 2006. I always, almost every time I do a Silver Eagle, I do a 2006. This is proof. The reason is I have a number of the 2006 series. That was the one. That was the 10th anniversary. 10th anniversary? 96. Yeah, that was the 10th anniversary of the introduction of the coin, and they did a 3-coin set, and this just happens to be with all my other silver coins. In fact, I collect all of the silver dollars from the beginning till right now. I collect them in proof. That's that shiny, like this, shiny background. I collect them in just their regular versions. I collect all the specials, all of everything. And then I collect them all slabbed as well. You know what? The only reason is they're U.S. silver coins. I always carry a silver coin in my pocket, and I think as my grandkids get older, they'll have just a bunch of silver coins. Used to have a huge collection of silver coins and gold coins. Man, I'm real talkative today, right? Because I'm so happy it's Friday. I hope you guys don't mind it. Mute me or fast forward. I had a lot of everything silver. You guys know I went crazy, more than I'm crazy for Spyderco or Chris Reeve knives. But a year and a half ago, when silver hit $50, what is it now? Like $13 an ounce? It was $50 an ounce. And gold was what? $3,000, $3,500. I sold everything except the stuff that I was emotionally attached to. And so a lot of those are the coins you see me carry now. Some of them are still slabbed and other things. Hey, that's a once in a lifetime thing. As you can tell, it went down to 13. Kevin's not a dummy. This right here is my keychain knife. This is the special USN. You guys familiar with USN? It's just a great knife club that I keep every time I carry this. I keep saying, man, I need to join the USN. It's the Unusual Suspect Network. I think they're going to have their knife show pretty soon. I keep hearing people talking about Vegas. They have it in Vegas every year. Spyderco always does a special knife for them. This time, they did a pair of knives. It was a wonderful Ladybug 3 hawkbill blade, one with that spidey edge, that's a serrated edge, the other with a plain edge. They have the coated blade. I love this because these are H1 steel. H1 steel is the rust-proof steel that Spyderco has. So if you're by a beach, going to a beach, if you play in the rain or do whatever, look for Spyderco's H1 series of knives. There's a bunch of them. I have a number of them. You'll see them once we hit 1,000. It's part of the case because these do not rust. Eric Glasser, the son of Sal Glasser, the founder of Spyderco, was asked about H1 and when you say it doesn't rust, what do you mean? He said, if these were on the Titanic and they found them, yeah, you'd have to carve away the stuff that built up around them, but they still wouldn't rust. How about that? So this is the H1 Hawkbill blade. This is the special Unusual Suspect Network version. Everything else is pure Ladybug 3 Hawkbill. H1, toxic green, FRN scales, 1.9 inch. I'm doing the plain edge today as my keychain. I like that though. It does pop, doesn't it? You don't miss that, do you? But it's really a nice knife. I like the Ladybug, the Man Bug. I love the Jesters. I love these small, mighty knives from Spyderco. Let me move my field notes out of there. My medium knife is the Mnandi, and this is the Bacardi inlaid Mnandi. Bacardi wood. Of course, I keep telling you every time I get an inlay, and it's because I want them, and I haven't seen them. Chris Reeve has introduced 4 new woods. From his website, it looks like he's keeping the box elder burl. The other ones he's discontinuing. That doesn't mean you can't still buy them. Obviously, they're all over the place in all kinds of, and you can buy them new from the distributors. But I haven't seen the new woods yet, and I can't wait to get them. I think what I'll do is I'm definitely going to get them in Mnandis. I want to expand the Mnandis with the new woods, and probably some small Sabinzas. And I don't know what they're going to do with the small Nkosi. If they start doing some inlays with that, I'd love to see too. But this is the Bacardi. It's one of my favorite woods, actually, from Spyderco. Spyderco. There I go again, from Chris Reeves. It's on top, of course, of titanium on both the show side and the lock side. The lock is still the Chris Reeve integral lock, even though it covers parts of it with that scale. And you guys know, there are more than one, because I have Spirograph on one of my Chris Reeve knives. Spirograph Damascus. The older knives, I've seen some different Damascus as well. For me, for the most part, one Spirograph Damascus blade that I have from True North Knives on a Chris Reeve Sabinza 21. But for the most part, I have 3 others, and that's the Raindrop, Devin Thomas Raindrop Damascus, Devin Thomas Ladder Damascus, and this is the Devin Thomas Basket Weave Damascus on this Bacardi Mnandi. I really like it. 2.75 inch blade. And as I've said, you know, ladder Damascus, the steel is bunched up, but man, when you get to this, the basket weave, these are really tight. And look at that spine. I just love that spine. Everything about this knife is nice. And on a Friday, you just want to feel good with your stuff in your pockets. And I really feel good with this one. That's it. That is the Mnandi. It's the Bacardi Mnandi with that Devin Thomas ladder Damascus blade. And then there is a knife that got away. It's a Spyderco, and we'll talk about that later. But man, I don't know. What was I doing when I taught? Maybe, man, I carried another Strider. I don't remember anymore. By the way, we're over 200 of these pocket dump deconstructions. Man, it seems like just yesterday. These pocket dump deconstructions, I put them all on a playlist so you could just go crazy with them. Please share the videos. Let people know about them. Thumb them up if you like it. Go crazy on that thumbs up. That is the fuel that I run on. That keeps me going every day. I really love to see the thumbs. It just makes me know that you guys like what you're seeing. So please do that. Keep the comments coming. And of course, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. We're making our way. Every single day we get new subscribers, and I really appreciate that. We're making our way to 1,000 subscribers, and that's when I go through all of my Spydercos, the fixed blades as well. This right here is a Strider SNG CC. For you new Strider fans, when you see CC, that means concealed carry. And what Strider means by concealed carry is this smooth G10 version. It just slides in your pocket. On the back, it has like that tiger pattern, the same on the tiger pattern blade, but it's smooth titanium. Oh man, I really like that. Same on the clip, but it does slide in nice. Again, there's SNG and there's SNF. This SNG is really nice. You guys know I like more the medium to smaller knives, and that's what this is. Still has that strength that all of the Striders do. 3.5-inch blade, S30V steel, just a nice blade. Has that tiger stripe on it. Great jimping on the Striders. Really nice. Starts on the scales and goes up on the blade. Doesn't tear up your fingers. Now, there are some of the SNFs that are heavy duty, buddy. Heavy duty. And they really love it. I love it too. I have one. I love to beat that sucker up in my terms. In your terms, you probably go, that's girly, Kevin. But, you know, beat it up as far as I beat up knives. I really like this. I love this carry. I do. I love the brown and green. It's Friday. Thank you for joining me on Friday. That, my friends, that's going to be on the Instagram that I post around 1 or 2 p.m. today. I always give the date. Like today is Friday, August 26, 2016. I do that because we do this every single day. Every single day. I recognize that most of you watch this the next day. You'll watch it a week later, a year later. That's cool. Just get the information and have some fun with it. But I do this every single day and going to continue to do it every single day. Work days, holidays, Sundays. The schedule is usually in the morning. This goes up Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, it's late afternoons. But it's every single day. If this is the first time you're watching this, welcome. Right now, as I record this, over 120 other videos on the playlist. Of course, I'll take a picture of this, post this on Instagram, but this ain't Instagram. Oh, no. I wanted to carry this so bad. And then I decided to go with my Strider. I don't carry my Striders enough. I do carry Spydercos a lot. I don't carry this knife a lot. I'll tell you, to me, and it's not a secret because it's in every Spyderco catalog, but it seems like people just don't buy the Ethnic series knives. And that's why this knife and the vast majority of the knives are discontinued. One reason is they don't make a lot of them because they have to retool. But the Ethnic knife series from Spyderco is very special. It's usually the older knife makers who are just unfreaking believable. Or it is Sal from Spyderco, the guy who created it all. What they do is they research old knives. This one comes out of Zambia. And they look at a traditional knife that's been years back. Now, it could, in its original shape, be a fixed knife or a folding knife. But it doesn't have today's materials. They take that knife and then they reinterpret it with today's material. For instance, this knife right here is a Spyderco Chokwe. Chokwe, I heard it pronounced differently. C-H-O-K-W-E. Again, it's based on a traditional knife from Zambia. It is discontinued. These come up on the secondary market. And let me tell you, this is a great knife. It just is. Plain and simple. Forget all the history stuff I'm telling you about. But listen to me. It's very light. And the reason it's very light is you see the holes in it. You see that? This is, of course, black G10 titanium lock with the Chris Reeve integral frame lock. It is light because of the holes. The liners are really skeletonized, and then you have that blade. S30V steel, 3.75, 3 inches, 3.75 inches. And let me tell you something. One thing I love about these Ethnic Series knives from Spyderco, because they are traditional knives from places all around the world, when you have a traditional knife, they have to do a lot of them. Obviously, this is a slicer, but, you know, it has to slice, but also look at that tip. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I would say you could use that defensively, wouldn't you? Yeah. It's just, to me, a perfect knife. It's big, but very light. It's made well. It's from that tradition. I like the little choil right there where you can get up. It doesn't have anything right here to get grip, but it's nice. And yes, it can be tactical as well. I love this knife. Oh, I like this knife. It's the Spyderco Chokwe. It's discontinued, but man, they still have it. Every time I pick this thing up, I go, oh, slobber. I have to use my EDCI because I slobber on it. Oh, it's a really nice knife, you guys. That's it. That's the knives that I'm going to carry, the pocket dump, and the knife that got away. Hey, you guys, I really enjoy the time that you spend with me. Thank you for giving me so much of your time. I know what time means to everyone, so I appreciate that. Don't forget to thumb this up, share it, subscribe. Join me on Instagram at KeithKevinKen. Okay, I did all that self-promotion stuff. Now let's talk about the good stuff. It's Friday. You guys have a perfect day. Spend some time just on you. You got to do it now. Just a little time. Doesn't take much. Okay? Just concentrate on you every now and then. I know most of us were brought up saying that's selfish. Every now and then you need a little selfishness. You do. I really appreciate all of you. Have a perfect day. Goodbye.